Hello everyone, and today I'm going to be showing you how to run a PlayStation VR2 headset on Linux with SteamVR support, running games using the open source Monado drivers. Now, the support for this headset has only just been released in the last couple of days. The support is very preliminary, so it currently supports basic head tracking, basic head motion tracking. It doesn't really support finger or hand tracking yet. Those features are underway. However, that's focused more on the Monado side and not so much on the SteamVR side. Most of the developers are focusing on getting the OpenXR VR drivers working, and they're not really focusing on the SteamVR side. Now, I was very fortunate. I was able to use ChatGPT to repair the SteamVR Monado bridge, and as a result, I'm able to show you a bunch of games running on the thing tonight. So, to start with, I'm just going to, in this terminal shell, load up the SteamVR server. The reason why I'm running it from a shell instead of just running it through Steam is it doesn't always grab the headset properly when you launch it through Steam, but I have found that it is repeatedly grabbing the headset when I'm within the console. So what I'll do, standard PlayStation VR2 headset, nothing special about it. It's using stock firmware. Now, I've previously run this on a PC with the PC adapter, so it does have, the latest PC firmware on it, but other than that, it's absolutely stock. I don't use the hand controllers. My game type that I'm focusing on is Spaceflight Sim and 6 Degree of Freedom games. Think like Descent and Overload. I do have Mechwarrior 5 working on this, and I'll show that in this video. So we're just going to start off by pushing the power button on the bottom of the headset. So I'm going to just place it on a flat surface on my computer desk. I'm going to push the button, and what will happen is the headset is going to auto calibrate when we power it on. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to fire up the SteamVR server library. So we just run VR startup, and I can see here that it has grabbed the PlayStation VR2 headset. Now, I've loaded it, and as you can already see, we're in the SteamVR home lobby, and I can just whack the headset on my head, and, I can look around. You can see it's tracking with my head, up, down, it's doing the right thing. Okay, so what I'm going to do, this can look a little bit clunky when you're doing it the first couple times. Because I'm trying to share with you guys what I can see, I'm going to be jumping in and out of this. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to fire up Mechwarrior 5 Mercenaries straight off my desktop, just by double clicking it. And we're going to see it fire up Steam. And it's going to, do its thing with shaders and all that other rubbish. Now, Mechwarrior 5 doesn't have built-in VR support natively. So what it's got is a couple of mods which get dropped on the game. And then when you fire it up, you have to load an injector, and that'll inject the VR support. So I'm just going to skip loading the Vulkan shaders, and that should fire up the game a little bit faster. And you'll notice here, my VR view, we should see it. There we go. So now we're in Piranha Games. And what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to... It's going to be a little bit of a fight to get to the launcher. Can't get it. I've actually put it into my Steam library as well. There we go. So it's launched. We're just going to hit inject, and you can see it's auto detected the game. Now, here's the cool part. Yep, I can see the menu of the game now. That's loading in. And I'm just going to try and get the VR view to come up, which might be a little bit tricky. So yeah, I'm actually in the game, full VR. This is what I'm seeing. There you go, guys. Look at that. Glorious virtual reality, Mechwarrior, you know. And the game fully works, unfortunately, because I'm trying to share the view. It's, yeah, you can see the head tracking's working, everything's looking good. The controls are unfortunately locked out because of my VR window. I'm just going to jump back into the regular window, and now I can step forward onto the battlefield. And I'm hoping you guys can still see what I'm seeing. It's going to be a bit distorted because the view is not the VR official view. And I'm just walking into things because my controls are not that complete. But yeah, so if you weren't trying to stream this, you would see much better. Oh, here we go. See there. So yeah, the game's running. I'm moving. You can see I can shoot. I can track. The game's quite performant. It would be more performant if I wasn't doing all the video capture on one computer. But there you go. Mechwarrior 5 in VR. And you know, I can even zoom in, get that delicious heads-up display zoomed in. And blow stuff up. So I'm just going to quit that now. So far that's probably one of the top 3 killer applications I've got for this. And now I'm just going to quit out of all of that because I don't need it anymore. Now, I'm going to show you another title. So within Steam, I'm just going to fire up Overload. Now, Overload is a Windows game. It does not have VR support under Linux, but it does have Proton support within Steam. And the Proton support actually offers full VR support compatibility with Linux SteamVR. So in a moment. There we go. And again, full support. Game just runs exactly like it's on Windows. I've got cutscene support. I'll see what you guys are seeing. Yeah, there we go. We've got the 5th moon of Saturn or whatever. I'll just fire up the... There you go.
We are in position above the moon.
Let me go straight in. There is full sound playing in these games, by the way. You may not be able to hear it because of the way my mixing's set up, but it does exist. And it's probably going to stop YouTube from...
we continue to receive automated distress signals from the bases on Phoebe.
Yeah,
Attention! Attention!
And yeah, it's just like playing Descent.
This is an automated emergency broadcast from
Phoebe
Refinery,
Have a generally wicked time doing it.
Persons at this facility are in need
So yeah,
of
this is
assistance.
sort of the power of what's capable with the headset today.
Automation facility or
There's a couple more games I'll show in some later videos.
Phoebe Complex is
So don't worry
broadcasting
if
a
there's
distress
games
signal
not
as well.
tested or if there's other things which you'd like to see. I'm sure I will have time and I'll try to show as much as I can in the next couple of days. So, yeah, flying around, it's quite performant. I'm getting decent frame rates. I'm not getting any of the nausea you used to get on like the VR1 headset. Frame rate, tracking, resolution problems. Resolution on the VR2 headset is excellent. I highly recommend the VR headset. It's one of the best out there. It works really well, beautiful colours, nice high resolution graphics. I'm just going to quit out of that. And now we're sort of back in just the generic VR screen. And back to SteamVR Home. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you get something from it. I will put my system specs up just before we finish off. So I'm currently running an AMD Ryzen 9 9900X 12-core processor, a 9070 XT graphics card, 32 gigs of system RAM, and a PCI Express 4x NVMe hard drive. Size of the drive doesn't matter. It is 4TB in my case, but you get away with a 0.5 TB or less if you needed to. So yeah, I hope this video helps you and enjoy.